Welcome to 7 to 5 Hour Live on Instagram. This is the 81st episode of this series. It is the 29th of August 2023, currently 9:30 a.m. on a sunny Tuesday morning here in Singapore. Thank you so much for joining us, whether you're watching this live or as a recording. My name is Stephanie Jennifer. I'm a CZT21 and I'll be your host for this session. And in just a bit, I'll be joined by my co-host Debbie New. We're so happy to have you here today. Hi, Debbie.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah. Susan isn't here yet.
Oh dear,
Let's
did I
give
join
her a bit.
the correct account?
Mm-hmm.
Did I join with the correct account?
I
Can't
think
see.
so, yeah. Tangle Pursuits, yes.
Because I don't know why there was a notification for my private account, my personal account.
Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like always, recording of today's session will be made available on our Instagram page at 7forest5rivers and also on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/c/7f5r studio. Hi, Susan.
Hi, morning.
Good morning. Yeah, Debbie can be found on Instagram at tangle.pursuits. Susan is at susanyo.czt and I'm at halfpen_willdraw. Most of the prompts from these Instagram live sessions are taken from our 7F5R challenge group on Facebook. So you can check it out. You can search 7F5R challenge directly in your Facebook search bar or go to this link. And if you'd like to check out some of the tiles that other people have created for the challenge, you can search the hashtag 7F5R challenge on Instagram. Yeah. Thank you so much for being here today. Today's a special series, special episode. We have it. What theme, Susan?
Team, Malaysia team.
Malaysia
Because
theme.
Malaysian National Day is on the 31st of August.
Hey, end of the month. Very nice. So what
Yeah.
color is the Malaysia flag?
Oh, I forgot to take my flag.
Yeah, so not
Yeah,
patriotic.
I should have one. The Malaysia flag is actually red. This is the pink, sorry. Red, white, yellow, and blue.
Red, white, yellow,
So,
blue. Yeah. So
four
if
colors.
y'all want to get some of these colors ready, maybe you have a tile that's tinted a certain color, red, blue, yellow, or maybe you want to start off with a white tile and then later on add shading in red, blue, and yellow. That's fine as well. If you want to use colorful pens to tangle, that's an idea as well. Yeah, this is a social tangling session, so not much teaching will be taught. We'll only be demonstrating some tangles, and Susan will be sharing a string with us that we can use, but everything else is free and easy, up to you on how you want to complete your tile, what you want to do with your tiles, yeah? Debbie, what kind of tiles are you using for today's session?
Yeah, so I'm using a pre-tinted tile, I guess. But I might also have a white tile, so we'll see how it goes because my tinted tiles are not in the colors that are of the Malaysia flag.
And Susan, yours?
I'm using a white tiles, Zentangle, and also this is the one that I draw something previously. So maybe later I'm going to finish it since it's red in here. But I'm not sure whether it fits with our tangles today.
Oh.
So I assemble another round tiles.
Okay. I am using a little tile tinted using beam paints. This is Great Ocean Polar Yellow and Strawberry Red, and then I mix them to create kind of like a rainbow, circular rainbow kind of color wheel. So yeah, lots of fun. We'll see how it goes. Not sure how it turned out. Yeah, so Susan, you want to start us off with the string for today?
Yes, the string, we follow the fortnightly challenge, the string. Okay, so it is kind of a rainbow, but rainbow have 7 colors, but today we only have with the 3 curve, the C curve line, okay, to form a something like the rainbow. Yeah, can you see? So if you can have it with a border or without it. Yeah, this is the one that without. Or if you do it on the round tiles, you can make your rainbow a little bit different with the different width. So it creates some very interesting outcome when you finish the tiles. Yeah. Oh, your rainbow is semicircles one. Very
Yeah,
nice.
I saw someone on 7F. That's not my idea. I steal people's idea. I saw someone did it this way, so I was like, oh, quite smart, cute.
Nice.
Okay, Debbie, do you want to demonstrate the first tangle for today?
Striping?
You want to? I thought you do Ellish. What you mean project pack Ellish? I can't remember.
Well, I can't possibly do both lah, so you pick one for me.
You do Ellish, I
Why
do strapping.
why am I doing the harder one? Because you
No,
don't
okay, okay.
want it. Okay,
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 I
I'll
do
do
I do
Elish.
Ellish, I do
Because
Ellish
the
for
way that I
Debbie.
do Elish is the way that Zentangle taught it in Project Pack 20. So you might do Elish in a different manner, but I'm actually following how Maria did it in Project Pack 20. So she started out with a circle in the center, but I understand that Elish doesn't typically look like that. So with this, she actually has a petal as well. Okay, and then I found it easier to sort of aura this petal first. And then with that, she draws a kind of like a over and under thing where it loops back. So you have something that loops this way, and then she continues it this way. So she actually does, I think, all the petals first. So let's pretend that my other petal is done. And then this one loops this way. If she didn't say that this was Ellish, I wouldn't see a resemblance. So basically, this project pack opened up Ellish for me in a new light because I never saw it being able to draw as a radiating blossom in this manner. So this way. Of course, you can draw the original form of Ellish. Okay, and then from here, right? So she continues on the swirly look, and then there'll be another one here. Then another one here. Let me draw my last petal. I think I only have room for 4. This way, and then so the idea is that you can continue building layers as you go if you have space. And then how she does it is that she fills up one of the layers with orbs, kind of like ornamental kind of orbs. And maybe this one. So yeah, so this actually didn't make me think of Ellish when she showed it at Project pack 20. But ever since I started drawing Ellish in this fashion, I haven't actually been able to revert to the original. So it's spelled Ellish, Ellish. I think it looks different also when you embellish it with the orbs. So it kind of gives it more of a body, I guess. And then also it helps you realize which is the layer that's above and the layer that's below. So it helps you in terms of seeing where things are. And of course she also closes it off a little bit more. So kind of like playing with layers over and under. Yeah. So I think the project pack one is a 5-sided one, but I only have space for a 4-sided one. I think the both of you are on mute, so we didn't hear anything that you just said.
I didn't say anything. I do Ellish.
English? What does it mean?
Instead of an L, it's an M.
Oh.
M for Malaysia.
Um.
Oh.
Oh, I didn't know that we can. Good idea.
I started with T. Then I thought we can move
Yeah,
on
so
to
then
M.
you should have demoed lah.
I did. I was on screen the whole time.
I shouldn't have demoed then.
It's okay lah, they get options. Okay, striping. Striping usually is in a section, so you need to draw like a little box for yourself. Otherwise, you don't know where to stop. So I draw a little box just for example. Let me zoom us in. And then you draw a little like a string of sorts. And then you pick a section within that string. Maybe you follow this curve. This is your own choice lah, huh? And then like Susan said, with the string, the rainbow string can be varying thickness as well if you want. Most people, I think, most of the time they draw it quite similar width. But I think it'll be interesting if you did it in different width. And then what you would do if you've learned the Tangle Knight's Bridge, you would fill in the little stripes in alternate black and white. So one stripe is black, one stripe is white, so it's not colored. Right? And then once you finish one section, you can move on to the next. Your stripes can be in any direction that you want. I like to have them slightly curved so that they look more interesting. Then you might perhaps draw them in different kinds of shapes. So for example, this one is kind of like a soft S curve. And then another thing that you could do is you can add white highlights to the middle. So for example, what's this middle part? I don't fill it in completely. I sort of create these jagged lines. And then later on with my pencil, with my graphite pencil, in the sections that are white, what I can do is I can fill in a bit of shading, and then the parts that have the white highlight, I don't shade over. So let me just get my pencil and my tortillon. Where is my tortillon? Here it is. So pencil and tortillon. So I can shade it over here, here, a little bit over here. And then when I smudge my shading, I make sure to line it up with the white highlights on the black section. And then that gives the extra bit of pizzazz to it. Yeah. A little bit of difference. And then if you want, you can have your striping sort of connect to each section that you have, or you can have them go in different directions as well. So it's up to you on how to draw striping. These tangles, I don't know how we're going to pair them together. You want to make multiple tiles for multiple tangles also can. Red, blue, yellow, white. Oh, Susan, are you going to teach us how to draw the
Oh,
star?
yeah.
I'm
Yes.
very looking forward to it.
In Malaysian flag, there's a style, 14 pointers, 14 point stars. So last time in our school, right, when we trying to draw this, is quite of challenging way to draw it. So here I'm going to just for fun, huh? It's not necessary for you to put it in your tiles, because as what Steph says, that today's the tangles and the string a bit
Maybe
challenging also.
maybe you learn, then for a different tile you do it
Yeah,
in
you
your
draw
own
in
time.
other tiles. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I will start from maybe an arc, a circles. It depends on how big your star you want to be. So at the point of the 12 o'clock, the point you draw 1 point of stars, the triangle. Then at the 6 o'clock, you draw another one. As 14 divided by 2 is 7. So after we have these two, 14 minus 2 is 12. So each side you need to have a 12 sided.
Each side
So
you need to have 12.
no, 6, Adama.
I was like, huh?
Very good maths.
Very good.
So you should have 6 points here and there, okay? So normally what I do is that I will imagine this is the line that I divided into half. So here should have 3 and 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So from here I will start drawing another point. Yeah. So by divided in this way. Later I'm going to demo again at the other side. Okay. So with these two, so this semicircle you know that you need to have 6. So divided into half, here should have 3 and 3. So just divide in this way. So it's easy for you to draw the 14 point star in Malaysia flags. It is in yellow. Ta-da! Really easy, right? I wonder why my teacher doesn't teach me in this way last time in school.
Look a bit like flower.
Yeah. I think if you draw big enough, you can use our tangle, what is called, the one that, Steph, you have a tangles which is similar with this one. What's the name of
The
this?
only one I can think of is Singapore Sling.
Singapore Sling, the original one.
Aura not.
What's the name?
Aura not.
Not.
Okay, I look up.
Yeah. So if you want to have these 4 point stars
Why
with
is
the
very
aura knot, then
hardworking?
you need to draw a very big, huge.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Yeah, this is for fun. The 4 point stars.
Okay, so to recap, rainbow string with the tangle striping and Ellish, you can add your own tangles as well. You can choose to ignore one of the tangles or ignore the string as well. Free and easy. And then the colors for today are blue, yellow, red, and white to celebrate Malaysia's National Day, upcoming 31st, end of the month. Thank you so much for joining us.
Oh yeah. Today is actually quite special for me because I'm now tangling at the capital of Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur.
Wow. Purposely,
Yeah.
eh?
No,
Book a
not
hotel.
purposely. Yeah, book a hotel. Yeah. Because it just happened that there's a Sakura product demo in KL, so I was here. So very good.
Very good.
So what product is the demo about?
The product is this one, the Jerry Roll, the pastel color, the
Oh,
pastel
Nice.
colors. Yeah, it's very nice. I like it.
how different is it from the Moonlight? Is it under Moonlight
It
also?
is
Or?
a Moonlight series, just like what we have in those the 12 pieces, the matte series, but the color is different. This is a pastel color, which is quite a new colors for them. Mm.
Camera. Only can see three colors.
Only can see Okay, actually for this white is the
Oh,
white Jerry roll.
okay.
Then the yellow, a bit orange, pink, green,
The feel is
and
nice.
blue. Yeah, it's nice.
Suchitra says she misses Malaysia. So cute.
Welcome
Come back,
back,
come back, come back.
Suchitra.
Yeah, come back. I got my star wrong, but it's okay. I hide my mistake later.
Why I draw too many points, is it?
No, it's just that my circle, because this is a very awkward shape, and also the
Mm-mm.
angle. So the circle shifted as I was drawing, and then
Your Bangkok star. It's okay. It's a natural star. So cute. Then Susan, how the teacher teach you how to draw the star?
I can't remember, but I just remember that I struggling, then keep counting how many points I have a draw, then keep erase my styles using an
So poor
eraser.
thing.
I don't think
Yeah,
it's your teacher's fault lah. I think she's just not like maybe she doesn't see it.
I
Fascinating.
didn't pay attention.
Oh,
Oh, I
oh,
don't know.
The teacher, the teacher probably is probably like not a tradition. I mean, non-traditional artist. So maybe that's why they don't have the.
maybe you never
Because you know
think about it.
when we learn Zentangle, we learn to deconstruct.
Mm,
But when we learn art in a traditional sense, we don't really learn the deconstruction process. So
mm,
because of that, I think we see how to deconstruct patterns easily, shapes easily, uh, as compared to other types of art techniques lah.
yeah,
Is it
maybe.
is it the art teacher that teach you all?
Yes, I can't remember whether this is in the during the art or in the other
Think harder,
subject.
Susan.
Okay, I think instead of thinking harder, I will ask those who have my friends who has kids in school. I ask them,
Yeah. Okay. Suchisha,
and maybe
you got
or maybe I
learn
can volunteer in school. Come,
uh
I teach you how to draw the
last time
14-point star.
face painting, now star drawing.
Yeah,
Very good,
very
Susan.
good.
Many talents.
Yeah.
Hmm. Suchitra, did your teacher teach you to draw 14-point star?
She will not have been in school in Malaysia though.
Yeah, lor.
Oh,
Yeah, she
oh
is
yeah.
but not a local.
Never mind, Suchitra, you also get to learn to draw 14-point star today. Very interesting thing to know. Okay, I will draw aura. Okay, shall we start the question?
Okay.
No,
No.
I'm trying to focus on this at very high focus.
Susan,
Yeah.
you finish your Ellish already?
I think so. I think I finished it.
Are you going to
I
give it
draw
more
the
frames?
traditional. I draw the traditional
L.
Ellish.
L.
Mm.
Ellish.
This is not like
I
L.
don't know why the traditional one doesn't appeal to me so much. So when they released the Project Pack version, I felt like I could like it a lot more. I don't think I've ever really drawn the original version.
I draw Ellish. Very good.
Okay, to kick off the questions, actually this week we have 5 questions.
Mm,
Mm.
very
Mm,
good.
okay, I think 2 questions are quite similar. So there is actually two questions are similar, 2 pairs of questions are similar. So what do you enjoy about Malaysia? Name 3 things. But this is not what do you enjoy doing in Malaysia, which is the next question.
What's the difference? Doing.
Yeah,
Okay.
what do you enjoy doing in Malaysia? And then one is what do you enjoy about Malaysia as a country? So I'm telling you both now so that you can plan your answers. But the first one is what do you enjoy about Malaysia? Name 3 things. I can go first, then we can cycle around.
Okay, you go first.
Okay, I like the wide open spaces.
I like that the people are friendly. Susan, you like?
Susan should have the most one, right?
But when I think about what doing and what I like, then I have confused with my answer. Because it seems like more is on falling on the part that doing what I like most doing in Malaysia.
Then you come out with 5 oh.
Okay lah. Okay, what I like because Malaysia is my home.
Oh, so
So I have
what?
a lot of families, my friends. Most of them are in Malaysia, in JB.
Okay,
That's
very
why I
good.
love it. Very good. Yeah.
My next one is
Cannot hear you.
I like the food.
Ah,
Mm.
okay. The food. I like it also.
I like that Malaysia got a lot of interesting, unique things. Like that time Susan brought us to this one cafe in the mountainside. I would have never thought that that's a thing, but apparently it's a thing in Malaysia.
Oh yeah.
Quite interesting.
Now there are a lot of concept for those
Mm.
cafe and F&B.
They're
Yeah.
very hardworking.
I like that Malaysia there's a lot of nature space like the forest, then the park. Actually, Singapore also have, Malaysia have. Then the
We don't
seaside.
really have like compared to your
Of
not
course
so small.
lah. The land is there's so much difference.
Yeah. Compared to your we don't really have. A bit paiseh to say have also. So small.
Have lah.
Very little compared to yours.
Then the other thing is that because it's small, so you can go to that place like East Coast, those places very easily. For hours, maybe you need to have a few hours drive
That's the
to go
point,
to
right?
the
To
seaside.
get away, right? Here you can't really get away. Nowhere to go.
Never mind, just cross over the causeway and come to
Yeah.
Malaysia. Welcome
Very
to
good.
Malaysia. As long as you are not afraid of the traffic jam,
Yo,
then it's okay. Actually, the traffic jam
You're
is
okay to
the
go to
very
Malaysia, what?
huh?
Not just to drive, right? You can
Yeah, you
fly
can
if you don't want
take the
to.
fly. Fly,
wow.
yes. Fly to Langkawi, Penang.
Yeah. Okay, I think my last one is I like the mountains.
Mm.
Mm.
So are you going back to the Gunung Lambak, the Kluang?
Mm, I want to go lah, but the timing is not very great right now.
Yeah,
Then
now better
so
don't because now raining sometime.
oh, I
Better
wasn't
don't.
talking about that. I mean like now I have two kittens, so they are
Oh.
at a very right now because they're still very young, right? So there's a lot of things that I have to do in terms of stabilizing them. So for example, we still have to go back to the vet for the vaccines, and then also they are on dewormers. So the next dose is next Friday for the dewormer. I am not looking forward to it. It's stressing me out. Yeah, it's also
Mm.
stressing them out. Yeah, but we found out that Dasher is clear. It's just Dixie who needs more of the dewormer. So Dixie has next Friday she has to take medicine again, and it's not easy. Trying to force a pill down her throat is like fighting with a cat. Then
Oh.
she will get very upset with us. So this period of time is kind of like a adjustment period for them, for us. So very hard to leave them alone. Even if we put them with a boarding house, I think they are too small. The boarding house may not take them at this point. Also, they have to complete all their vaccination first.
How long the vaccination takes? I
Last time,
mean,
last
mm.
time they told me there is four in a series of four vaccines. Now I'm not sure after the pandemic. So I forgot to ask also the last time when we were at the vet, which was last Friday night. We were at the vet. I forgot to ask how many more to go. So far they have two already lah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, very fast.
Then yeah, so my third one is mountains. I wanted to say why is because when I was a kid, I used to always have road trips in Malaysia. So I really like watching the mountains when we are on the road. So for me, that is the characteristic of Malaysia. You know, like every state there are a lot of very nice mountains, very nice countryside, things that we don't have here in Singapore. Basically, we only have like a couple of hills, not really mountains in Singapore.
Oh, at the start of this session, I say it's a sunny Tuesday, and then now I look out the window, I'm like, wow, so dark.
My side is still quite sunny.
My here very, very dark. So I'm like, why so dark? Then I look out, I'm like, wow, so many clouds. Okay. For me, mm, Susan, you go and answer.
I like the convenience.
Off.
Okay, the convenience is because I can drive to places that I want.
Mm.
So convenient in that way.
You said Singapore was convenient also the last time.
Singapore convenient is the public transport.
Yeah.
Then I don't need to
It's
drive. Then here is that I
just
can decide where I want to go, then without checking whether there's any bus or MRT stations, then just drive.
yeah.
Yeah, so it's different kind of a convenience that we have in Singapore and Malaysia.
It's also convenient in terms of food lah, I guess. There's a lot of food place.
Yes, here a lot of those what we call the kopitiam or the coffee shop. Yeah. So yeah, that's quite convenient as well. And a lot of a variety for you to choose from.
Except gluten free, very hard to find.
Oh yeah, true. Mm,
So when I go there, I can only eat
true.
salad.
Mm. Then tapao all the veggie salad.
Or
Yeah.
for like plain vegetable being cooked. Yeah.
Yeah,
Which is okay.
true.
I
I
kind of
like
don't mind.
I like that there's something to do for everyone. Very good. If you like
Something to do
nature,
for everyone.
if
Yeah,
you
that
like
one
to do
everywhere.
no, some places
Like,
like if let's say you like nature, but then it's a like for example, okay, like New York, I'm thinking of like the giant garden, the park. But like there's not really a lot of like hills to explore and all, you know. So some places is really just for a specific type of people, you know. Whereas Malaysia is large enough and it's interesting enough that you know different areas more or less can cater to any sort of people, you know. So that's nice.
New York has upstate New York also, you know, by the way, which is there are mountains as well.
Maybe the area is very big. So if you want to do some activities, different kind, you need to travel for long. So you need to plan your
Yeah,
schedule
but
if you want to
I'm
do
saying
something.
for the benefit of people tuning in, because you know it's not true that New York doesn't have mountains or anything like that. Not that she means it that way lah. So what was your third thing, Susan?
My third thing,
Convenience.
Okay.
convenience. Yeah.
Do you want to answer the what's your favorite thing to do? What do you enjoy doing in Malaysia? So since we answered what do you enjoy about Malaysia, then we name three things, right? Shall we then do the next question which is similar? So what do you enjoy doing in Malaysia? I think Susan will have a lot of things because she got a lot of things that she can do.
Susan like to go bee farm.
No lah, I only went there for once.
Once is enough.
I
I
like
want
the
bees
the
all
the,
the
the
bees.
tree.
Her though, like shouldn't you let her answer her own
It's
question?
just funny.
I like the tree house. Okay. We went to the rainforest tree house once, right? Then actually there's in other states like in where is it? Cameron Highland and other places they have other tree houses. So my friends keep asking me, do you want to go there? It's very nice, but I haven't have chance to do. So
Yeah,
I
I
like
like
going to the tree house to explore uh the tree houses. It's
Cameron
very
Island is
fun.
very nice. Why you don't want to go there?
Huh? I need to plan because since my sons went to school, then I need to plan. Then I dare not to drive
Holiday
for
what?
such a long distance.
Oh.
So have to wait for my husband can take the leave, then he drive, then I just sit back and relax.
So how long is the
Clever.
drive from JB to or Skudai to Cameron?
I can't remember. I have long time I haven't
I
been
only
Cameron Highland.
know that the furthest one is Fraser's Hill, correct?
Eh,
I think it's
don't know
nearest.
eh. My sorry, I'm really paiseh. I don't really know the distance.
It's
Need
okay.
to do the
I
research.
also cannot remember because last time many years ago we used to do road trips. So
Uh,
this is 30 years ago, 30 plus years ago.
Actually, the road trip is quite fun. If let's say you do not need to rush for anything, just drive, then stop anyways, then just sit down and
Parents will
have a.
always be working one. So it's in a way it's stressful lah, but because at that point I was very young, right? Nobody expect me to do anything. So at least I can relax lah.
Yeah, that's the best part.
At the time I was very young, so not expected to contribute.
Nowadays, you also need to choose what kind of dates or season that you go. Otherwise, you will make a lot of traffic jam. Very serious. Very terrible.
Susan,
Like,
can you look at my I very confused. What should I do next?
what have you done? The Ellish, then
Yeah, then
okay,
striping on the leaf.
very nice. Eh.
You mean the leaf? Only the leaf nice? Okay.
No, everything the combination of those things.
I know
Draw the 7 point stars.
7 point or 14.
Oh no, sorry, 14. Ayo, today
What country you living
my
in?
numbers the
cannot
numbers
count.
cannot count. Yes. Now it's holiday mood, cannot count. Then cannot remember the dates, the numbers.
The distance also cannot remember.
Well,
The
she's not
KM.
she's not the one driving me home.
Yeah, you just drive like it's okay.
Yeah, I drive. Yeah, the center you can put the stars.
So
14 point star.
your answer is you enjoy visiting tree houses.
Okay,
Correct?
this is one of the things because just now you mentioned mountain. I cannot say mountain, so I say tree houses.
Okay. Okay, I enjoy actually a lot of Singaporeans like to go into shop to spend money, right? Some of them like to eat the casinos. I think for me, right, I don't really care about all these things. I'm not sure why also. They just not they just don't feel attractive to me lah. So I don't have a interest in these things. But I like I don't want to say road trip again lah, but I like the sense of like being able to move around in the country, like exploring, visiting different places lah. Yeah.
Actually,
It's like
it's
every time
true
you
because
go,
when you
you can go to a different part. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. Continue.
you can see different people, different culture. The food also different.
Okay, I'm stuck with this towel. I'm going to change towels. Yeah, very stressful.
Steph, you finish your task.
No, I thinking about what to
You
add.
haven't answered, so she has to think.
No, I thinking about what to add to my towel.
No,
I got an answer in my head.
You haven't answered what do you enjoy doing in Malaysia, right?
I enjoy the food. The variety of food that there is. So it goes back to there is something for everyone. Very good. Can eat whatever you want. You want Japanese, got Japanese. You want Western, got Western. You want hawker, got hawker. Susan, you like?
We supposed to name 3, huh?
No.
Oh,
It's just
One of a time.
you have done
okay.
the
Yeah.
Yes, I'm done. Yeah. I think the food is really a thing that makes a lot of people like it.
I think also
And
it's not expensive the food. Yeah, because some places, right, the food is good, no, but you spend a lot just to eat out. But Malaysia is one place where you can get very good food without spending a lot.
True. But if you go to those tourist places, of course, that one is very expensive. But you still can have some very friendly, price friendly food when you know where to go. Some of the coffee shop. And they even have some so-called the roadside. There's some store. Nowadays they have a lot of those lorries, food truck they call it.
So cute.
Yeah, the food truck. So they just find a parking lot at the roadside, then just park there and selling the food. Of course, they need to apply for the permit in order to have this.
Oh, now need permit.
For the food truck, they need. But for some of the those little stalls at the roadside, sometimes they just have the store there, maybe in the morning or in the evening. I don't think they have the permit. This is something Malaysia boleh.
But
They
quite
can.
double standard, right? If you have a store, then you don't have the permit. Then other people have the truck, they need the permit.
Yes.
A
Malaysia, there's a lot of different standard.
a bit
And this is something that we
understand.
cannot. Mm.
What is the difference between a store and a truck that that renders for the different treatment? So interesting.
For this different
This one is
treatment
not
is
food.
actually
This one is
no, this is
one is not food.
actually all the store they need permit. Just that sometimes they just close one eyes for some of the people who do the business. Yeah. So it's so-called a double standard, which a lot of people don't like it, but we have no choice but just to accept. Yeah. With
As long as
this
they don't get it.
true. As long as nobody come and kacau or take away your things, then you can continue lah.
I have a very important question, Susan. Your 14 point, how many point, right? 12 point.
14.
14 point. I don't know. I think mine is wrong. Okay. But how do you incorporate this into your Ellish or your strapping?
I haven't put it in. You see? So if let's
So
say
if I draw
you
the
want
star,
to,
right? Then the star becomes very small. I cannot put anything inside.
I think
bigger tile.
the styles and the Ellish is two very big
Yeah.
big tangles, so they cannot come into one in the same tiles. Is what I think lah. Unless you want to put the little Ellish inside your star,
No.
you
Cannot go
know,
in. I don't know how to squeeze it.
or draw behind the star.
Think about it. Very sound how today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very big tangle.
Okay, are you ready for the next question?
Yes.
Okay, this is a place where you have been, okay? So there are two questions that are related, but this one is regarding a place that you have been to. Where in Malaysia do you like best? So you must have been to this place in order to like it best lah.
Maybe
Best.
I use my imagination.
No, cannot because
I
there's
like it.
another question that's very similar.
So
That's why I'm
funny.
guiding along. Yeah. Otherwise, I will not give the guidance prompt. Yeah, the extra prompt.
So funny. Susan, you got imagine.
Best place.
Susan, do you think you've traveled to a lot of different parts of Malaysia?
No leh. I find that I went to little places, a lot of places that I haven't explored.
Then I was talking to a friend also. Then I was saying actually we say Singapore very small, but very often most people just stay where they are, where they live. They don't really, go further. So I thought it's quite interesting.
I have a lot of friends, they like to what we call cuti Malaysia. Just go around Malaysia, then to explore. I think since after the pandemic, a lot of people doing this. Okay. So yeah, I didn't went to many places, so it's something that I should. But I like the seaside, like Desaru, Langkawi.
I like Langkawi also.
Yeah, Langkawi. I went there once in many years ago. Seaside. My answer is seaside. I should go.
For me, my answer is Penang, I think. I like Penang. Well, I like Penang and Ipoh. So both in my mind is tied. Like first and second place is Penang and Ipoh. But don't ask me which one is first place, which one is second place. I like both.
Good.
I've not been to many parts of Malaysia, but I remember when I was younger, I used to take day trips into Malaysia with my mum, where we would just go shopping, go watch a movie, then buy some snacks, and then come back in the evening time. So that's nice. I like that. Nice memories.
Yeah, so it was a place, right?
Yeah,
Your
it's just
place,
across the border.
yeah, so your place is Johor Bahru lah.
Yeah lah.
Okay. Next time, explore more places.
Very good.
Very good.
Okay, I managed to turn my star into an Ellish. Haha.
Wow.
Okay, so the next
Very good.
question, since it's related, is what is a place in Malaysia you would like to visit? So this one is a place you haven't been, obviously. The other one was a place that you have been. So it's two different questions.
I got the answer. Cameron Highland, the tree house.
Hi.
It was so
Since so
cute.
many people ask me to go.
Hi.
Haven't been there before, ma.
I also haven't been there before, man.
No. So I can put it in my list.
Fiona said in chat, come to Kuching. Very good.
Kuching.
I was thinking about the other side of Malaysia, across the sea.
Yeah, the East Malaysia.
Yeah,
Very nice.
Wow, very sound now this.
Oh, Kota Kinabalu is a good place. The place I went before during my second.
Near JB, yes, no.
No. That one is in Sabah.
Oh, the one is the one that's Kota Tinggi.
Kota Tinggi.
Okay. I always mix up the two.
Kota Kinabalu. That one is with the Mount Kinabalu, the tallest mountain in Malaysia.
I always mix up the two. A lot of accidents, right? One of them, which one? The tallest one.
The tallest one, I think there's one very serious many years ago when there's a group of the students and the teachers from Singapore. Yeah,
then it was in
that's
the
the time.
papers. Yeah.
I think there's the one that very serious. Normally it's still very safe. Yeah. Because they always have a tour guide or guide that lead you to go to the mountain.
Right. The problem was the teacher didn't accompany them, So
I think that time is because of the natural disaster as well. That's why.
Students went up the mountain with the guide. The teacher never go. So the school got into a lot of trouble because the consent form, right, that they sign, right, indicate that the teacher will accompany at all times. I remember this case because at that time I was still working in the legal industry. So that one really was a very, very serious case. The school was penalized a lot because when you send your children, right, you will sign, as a parent, you will sign a consent form, right? Then they inform them that the teacher will accompany the students, and the children were actually very young at that time. I think they were 9 and 10-year-olds or something like that. So the form teacher or the teacher in charge, right, was not even on the mountain itself, was like off the mountain. So when they found out that the children were only with the guides, right, wow, that one became a large scale from many issues with the Ministry of Education and everybody stepping in. Yeah. I think after that also the guidelines in Singapore changed for overseas like excursions, you know.
Mm. Yeah, for the teachers who lead the excursion trips, not easy also.
Yeah. Yeah, but you
A lot of
cannot
things to
go
take care.
right? You also cannot
Mm.
go.
Yeah.
Some more they're so young. Yeah, so probably want to visit Fiona's side of the world. I actually have two family members from Sabah,
Oh.
different side of the family from Sabah.
Sabah and Sarawak is a very big state.
Mm.
The area is very big.
Also very remote the area.
Mm.
My parents got into an accident in Sabah before.
Oh.
Yeah, and it was quite bad.
Road accident?
Yeah, their vehicle went down a ravine. Yeah, then the car was actually totaled. Then actually, right, my parents were very, very fortunate. I think if you believe in God, right, God really protected them. Otherwise, I don't think they will still be alive. Yeah, cause the car, right, that they were in, right, cannot even use again. You know? That's how bad it was. Yeah. It came out in the papers, front page, in Sabah when it happened. Then, yeah. Then I remember that they said that they had to take the helicopter to the nearest hospital, which is a private hospital. I think it was Glen Eagles. Because not every area got any equipment to do the X-ray.
Mm.
Yeah, so they had quite a shock. Sounds so scary, right? But I also want to go there. I hope that there'll be a chance for me to go. Not into the ravine lah, huh? That one can it's okay. Yeah, I no need to see the road process. Thank you.
Can see from far far. Yes, go by. Yes,
I
nice
like
ravine.
mountain, not ravine. Thank you.
So funny. Must put disclaimer what you want to see.
They say what? Be careful what you wish for, right?
Yeah, anyhow gonna
Yeah.
say must specify.
Yeah, I think the other side of Malaysia is very interesting because every time when I go in, it's usually I've never been to the east part of Malaysia. Go see Fiona. That
Hmm?
you're the only one left for this question.
Oh yeah, what part I want to see? I don't know exactly. Maybe a nice beach, like Susan said.
Well, we keep talking about beach lah, Penang lah, mountain lah.
I think because Singapore, we're very deprived. Singapore don't have much.
Yeah,
I mean, we have
so
beach, but
over
not
the
that scale.
years, so because this is I think the second time we have a Malaysia theme show, right?
Mm.
At least the second time, if not the third time even. Would you have overheard somewhere that you want to go next time?
No leh,
Of us?
Malaysia does not really come up in like my conversations. Susan, why not talk to me more about your hometown?
I'm not saying conversation, I'm saying
Because
our
I didn't explore enough. So,
Oh, 可怜的.
yeah.
Yeah, just just a nice beach to sit and maybe sip a nice drink with a nice book. I think that would be
I think
nice.
within Johor there's a few islands that
Mm.
quite nice.
Johor got beach?
So yes,
Yeah.
Johor.
Oh,
Yes, there's a beach.
Yeah.
On the east coast, near the east side. Yeah, there's a few
we
beach.
also have
I
East
think
Coast.
Swimming
Tioman,
beach what? Danga Bay
Tioman.
that man-made beach what?
I mean, that one
That
is very
one
loosely termed
there's just
beach.
we call it Johor Strait. So it's not a beach. Then you can't go down to the beach. The beach,
Correct.
I think
Crocodiles some more.
the Danga Bay, the beach is
Man-made.
it's not the man made.
Yeah, but my
It's not the natural one.
there is a coastline is my point.
Nah, yeah.
Yeah, there's a
Johor
coastline.
have a lot.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mm.
In fact, right, because of how it's laid out, right, I think one of the few towns without a beach is somewhere like Kluang, in the center, because the beach is on both sides of Johor.
Mm.
Correct? You have two
Yes.
sides of the coast, right? Yeah.
Because if you can see the Klang, there's a mountain. So if you can see the mountain, which means you cannot see the seaside.
Mm.
Can I say that? Correct me if I'm wrong for those in Malaysia. Because the mountain is on the center of the Malaysia, what we call 中央山脉. This is my
The
geography.
central spine like that lah. Because
Ah,
it's kind of like in Japan, right? The middle of their island, right, is a mountain range also. So
yeah.
like when you travel, right? For example, you want to visit the mountain towns or that, right? Sometimes traveling is not so easy on a train. It's easier by foot lah, you walk. But because of how they lay the tracks, right? They have to follow the mountain mah. So if the mountain doesn't have a cut through, right, you have to blast through to a tunnel, right? Most likely walking or taking a bicycle or something is the better way. Sometimes you have a road lah, but not always.
Mm.
Mm. So I guess the concept is the same.
I think Taiwan also the same.
Yeah, Taiwan, the mountain range is bigger, I think. Broader, wider. Broader, wider. I'm losing my English.
I miss Taiwan also.
You, but then this episode is not Taiwan, eh?
Yeah lah. It just remind me, I had a long time ago. Oh, Taiwan National Day is on the 10th of October.
Yo,
双十节.
And
Do we
then
have friends from Taiwan here?
your co-host with us, is it?
asking
So funny.
asking to co-host.
No, she
I
wouldn't.
think you wouldn't want.
Oh, I see Apple. Apple 早安. Apple from KL also.
Are you meeting her?
No, I thought yesterday I able to meet her, but she's busy. I also busy. She's a very supportive student to a lot of Zentangle teachers.
but she's also a CCT, right?
No, Apple is not. I'm asking her, Apple,
Oh,
when you want to become a CCT, she's very
sorry, wrong
hardworking
Apple.
and wrong. Wrong
Yeah.
Apple. Okay. This is Apple Tan.
Okay, so we actually finished 4 questions. I think you all
Yeah.
should talk about your tile first before we go on to the 5th.
Susan, you want to go first?
I find that my tile today is a bit rojak.
Okay.
Rojak also one of my favorite food
Hey.
in Malaysia. Okay. So I draw the Ellish here with my micron black, then the other tangles with the jerry roll. This one I haven't finished, so I'm going to do it again. And some background with the watercolor, the sakura watercolor. There's some shimmery effect because I'm using this one. They got this a new product also, so I use it. Okay, haven't finished. Going to continue.
Maybe you?
So I have 2 tiles. Both are not complete, far from complete. I'm actually adding white highlights to my. I don't know how many point this is star. I haven't count yet. Yeah, I think I probably have like 3, 6. Yeah, I have 10 sides. I don't even have 12 sides, or let alone 14 sides. Yeah. Well, if you count like the separate Ellish, maybe we can add on using that. Yeah. So I made a mistake with this tile. So this is Lindy's Gang Magicals. I think this is the Under the Sea range. And then this one is Beam Paints in the colors of the Malaysian flag. So this one has also Ellish and striping. This one, my striping is not yet, it looks kind of, I'm not sure whether I should color it in, that's why. So I'm still waiting for the confirmation from my inspiration. I know, right? I don't know whether I will color in, but there's some striping here as well. So, yeah.
For me, I am using beam paints for the whole thing. I'm trying to stick to 3 colors. Just the Great Ocean Blue, Polar Yellow, and the Strawberry Red. And then I created a nice little rainbow palette from it. I did Ellish in an M shape, M from Malaysia. And then I did 3 little bands of different tangles in the background. And then now I'm adding shading with contrasting colors. We'll see how it turns out. I'm glad I used good quality paper, hot press paper. Otherwise, this is too much colors already. Okay, that's about it.
Yeah. Every time I look at this tile, I get stuck. Yeah, the star and the Ellish. I must think of how to add to it.
Oh yeah, just to share.
Yeah.
Ah, recently I found that for this jerry roll, right? After you draw it, last time I feel that when I draw it, then I add in the watercolor, the color will just smell then become very ugly. But recently I found that I actually can use these features to just like we use the watercolor pencil. Now it's the jerry roll with the brush. You can actually shade it to have some color. Instead of using the color pencil, you can just take the brush to go over it to have some
Then
shading.
for me just now, I do one section with white outline. Then I'm like, not very nice. Then I can just take my water brush to blur over it. Then
Ah,
it's okay already.
yeah,
I got undo button.
underwater.
Very good.
Okay, I'm gonna ask the last question because I think Steph may end up googling. Yeah.
Oh,
So, what is a local legend you have heard about Malaysia?
oh. Like what fantasy thing, is it? Local ghost story.
It can be an urban legend.
Oh no, I forgot all those things.
Yo!
I remember
Block
I
out.
remember I heard
You
heard a
can
lot.
Google, Susan.
Google.
Yeah.
But my phone is with the camera. I don't have iPad or laptop.
很好.
Okay, then you
I
think.
remember
Okay, you think
I
harder.
I remember one off the top of my head is the orang minyak. Susan 有听过吗?
You see? I listen and see whether
Is
I can recall or not.
is this man that's completely black. Then got people say it's like he smear oil on himself. So he's actually a real person. But then some people say it look very scary, so look like a fantasy creature, like a ghost or spirit or something. Because some people say it's because this person want to break into people's house and do all sorts of nefarious things, bad things. So he smear himself with oil so that when you try and catch him, right, he will be slippery. Then he will be able to get away.
But that one is not just a Malaysian legend. I think that one is a
Okay.
Malay legend.
Very good.
So that one is a cultural. I think in Singapore also have. They say.
Very good.
That goes to show that our cultures are very intermarried.
Mm.
Like we don't have anything original. Everything we copy.
Legend. Susan, do you know
Oh,
any famous Malaysians?
I think of something, but I don't think that one is a legend. It's just something that the guide share with us when we go to the Mount Kinabalu.
Oh, so cute.
He just remind us saying that don't take any stone or whatever from
That's not a
the
legend lah.
mountain. Yeah,
Hello.
not a legend. Yeah, lor. But I can
哪有
only think of this one. I cannot think of any legend.
Why
Leh.
why
这个不可以
why
用
why don't take stone?
You cannot bring
Okay, because they say
purple.
that there's a time a tourist or from overseas they found that a stone is very very unique, very nice. Then you just take it and bring it back to her own country.
Oh.
But then she experienced something that not very good. I don't know is sick or what. So after she's sick for some people, then he says there's a one person just asked them found out that she took a stone from the Mount Kinabalu. So then he asked her that you should bring back the stone, return back to the mountain. So she did that lah. Then in the end, I think is everything back to normal lah. I think it's because of sickness or whatever. So you just take it back. So the
Okay.
tour guide remind us not to take anything from the mountain. Yeah, because in Chinese we call the Mount Kinabalu as Shen San, the
It's
like
a
the God mountain,
spirit.
Shen San. So is you shouldn't take anything from there.
Sacred
It's
place.
belong to the
Sacred place.
sacred places. Yeah, and this is
Well, we
not a
took
legend.
pebbles from the beach.
Pebble Beach, I think it's okay because
Because that
beach
one
is
not
something that
beach.
it's flow, come and go, come and go. But mountain is something it's like still, it's there. Everything
Okay.
is just there.
It's
Good
not
to know.
yours,
Uh,
basically.
Well,
it's not yours.
Susan, I think it's a legend because I didn't hear of this before. So I think
Not
Thank
a
you
some
very
legend.
much.
Even Even
Yeah, it's not a legend, I know.
yeah, even Pulau Ubin is not supposed to take anything.
Is
But
it
Pulau Ubin,
Pulau
you
Ubin?
take nobody, nothing will happen to you, ma, right?
I cannot hear because the jets are flying. What do you say?
Pulau Ubin, you take nothing will happen to you, ma. Whereas this one, you'll fall sick, you
No,
know.
you cannot take things from Pulau Ubin also.
Why?
Because yeah lah, it's some of it is sacred land lah.
Oh, so got spirit also over there. So now we
I
know.
don't think I wouldn't say that it's a legend lah, but I would say that there are some places you shouldn't you need to be more respectful lah. Like
Mm.
you know in Bali also there's some places in Bali that you cannot remove anything from.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
So it's not a legend that is like it's something that Malaysian people only believe. Other countries also have lah.
Mm.
Okay, Debbie, what legend you know?
Okay, this one is a bit scary. There
This
was
scary.
yeah, because last time there some of the highway areas don't have street lights. So at night when you are traveling, right, it's very dark.
Mm.
Some stretches of the highway last time. I think now probably the country road then is very dark. Most of the highway is quite bright already, I think. Susan?
Most, but there are
Yeah.
still some of the part which is still very dark, but not
Yeah.
many. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's one stretch of the central highway, right? So in JB when you get on the main highway, it links you to the rest of the peninsula.
Mm.
Because obviously when you go into JB, it's already the southernmost of Malaysia already, right?
Mm.
So presumably you want to travel north lah. So there's a northbound and of course the other side coming down is the southbound. So the northbound highway has a stretch that is reputedly not very clean lah. And then it so happens that now we are talking about it during 7 months. But this one is something that I feel very sad for. That's why I remember it for a long time. So apparently there's this stretch of the road, right? If you are traveling at a certain time, at a certain day, in a certain part of the year, you may encounter that you drive into something that is not very clean because there was an accident in that particular spot. So they are saying that when you are driving, right, you must be very careful like if you suddenly see an apparition or a car like suddenly appear, right, don't make a big fuss out of it and then also like just try to avoid it if you can So one of my friends last time, they told me that it happened to their friend that they were speeding, so they cannot stop in time. Then they actually drove into the apparition, and
Mm.
they all freak out after that. Then you know how our our minds will tell us all kinds of things when this sort of thing happen, like when you are with friends, you feel okay lah, like in the car all of you are together, you still feel okay, but when you are alone, right, it can be very terrifying. So after that my friend had to seek like mental help, because of this, because she cannot forget it. Yeah.
Oh.
She cannot forget. Then I feel very sorry for the person who actually had the accident there and passed away there. I hope you rest in peace, cause it's a very traumatic death and maybe you cannot get over it. So I hope that you will rest in peace and not be suffering anymore lah. Because the fact that the apparition keep on reappearing is kind of like the in Chinese culture, we believe that the person has not crossed to the other side. That's why or he or she has not accepted that the death has happened. That's why it keeps on occurring. So hopefully that if you can rest in peace and if you can accept that your death has happened, you can get to a better place and rest eternally lah, instead of like suffering the trauma of going through this experience over and over again, even though it has passed many years already lah. Don't know how many years it has passed already lah, but assuming like at least, because this story was told to me quite some time ago, I think at least 10 years ago. So imagine reliving your traumatic accident for 10 years. I think is something that is very sad. I mean, if the person is dead, the person should get to rest, right? But the person is reliving the trauma even when the person is dead. So then I feel very sorry for that person. So I hope that the person can get over the trauma of dying and move on to a better realm. Yeah.
When I heard about you sharing this, right? I'm thinking of instead of a dead person,
Okay.
but for us as a living person, sometimes we also like stick to our some experience, then we couldn't let go,
Sometimes
and we still suffering.
you cannot choose.
No. So no matter it's a person who already passed away or we are still living or still breathing, we actually have this kind of challenges or something that we need to let go or to move on.
Yeah. But can you imagine that it happened like this, right? Then every time when it reoccur on the highway, you are not, it's like there's no closure for the person involved. And then also you are traumatizing the next person that come along, right?
True.
Yeah. So I think my friend end up have to go and see a psychiatrist for a while. Yeah. I forgot about this story, but recently one of my friends had an accident, and it's because of the accident, she is a bit not so stable lah. So mentally, so she also has been struggling. Then we are a bit concerned for her. Yeah. I think she was caught in, she was like a middle car, so it's not her, she couldn't do anything about it lah. Yeah.
I remember that the last time there's a elderly told us that, okay, if let's say you have to pass by any junctions that happen, a lot of accidents happen there, but you cannot avoid that route, right? So whenever you just passing by, you just pray. You just start to pray.
Pay your respect. Pay your respect.
Because for this praying is like you calm yourself down also. At the same time, maybe if there's really any spirit or whatever, then you just pray for them also.
Actually very poor thing. Cannot get over, or it's very poor thing. I mean, if I were to think of my family members, right, if let's say they pass away in an accident or anything, right, well, I'll be very heart pain if they cannot get over it, themselves.
Maybe just as the living got therapists, the dead also need therapists to help talk through the trauma.
I think they need prayers. Prayers from the livings.
Yeah. So yeah, that was what I thought of, because my friend's issue just recently reminded me of it. Yeah. And some of the things that my friend was going through also has to do with it being the 7th month. So she believes in certain things, then because of that, right? And then plus the accident, right? So right now we are kind of worried about her. Some people are more sensitive than other people to this kind of thing. So it's not, I mean, it's not a laughing matter lah. But I do know some people who don't take this type of thing seriously. So there's two sides. Some take it very seriously, some people don't.
So for those who doesn't believe, we still need to respect for those who believe on this part. Because I did, there's some friends they just don't believe, then they thought a lot of things to since people are just superstitious or whatever. But I think we still need to respect those who
Yeah.
believe it.
Even if you don't believe, you should still be mindful and respectful.
Mm. Yeah.
You never know when it is your own family member, this kind of thing. Yeah. You can laugh, right? You can joke about it, but once it becomes something that has happened to a loved one, a friend, or a family member, right? Then you will realize how serious the consequence is for the person. Then the irony is that, when people tell this kind of story, right, they will tell, oh, it's one stretch of the highway. So actually you got no idea which stretch or what highway also.
Very good. You go there, you be all like,
You want to pick high also cannot pick high.
so avoid.
Yeah.
Just avoid the whole stretch lah.
Don't drive lah, don't drive.
Yeah lah, don't drive lah, don't drive.
Take the
Be like
flight.
Susan. Be
Flight.
like Susan. Ask your husband to drive you.
I don't know how to continue. This towel really sound now. Ayo, Susan.
Me too.
And then because I colored some parts in black, right? So it now looks like, got some parts hiding under. So not so obvious that I miss out some of the stars. That's the points.
I draw a big stars in a black towel.
Very straight your line.
Very straight, huh?
Wow. Okay, I'm done with mine. Suddenly I look up, then I see giant star on Susan's screen.
Really giant star.
Really giant star. Very good.
Yeah.
So
Occupied the whole the 9 cm tiles.
Susan going to draw aura knot.
No, I don't think I can draw the aura knot. I think it still need bigger in order to.
Very small actually.
I finished my tile. The white highlight with silver sparkle details. M for Malaysia. Although I think the blue, red, white, yellow color scheme sort of become rainbow, but that's okay. I'll become more rainbow than Malaysia colors.
Actually, we should do Malaysian tangles. What are the Malaysian tangles?
Malaysian thing. All mine.
No, Susan, yeah.
No, still have others.
The only CCT
Yeah, just kidding lah. There's
people join at this point, right? Will think that we all very egoistic.
Malaysia got many CVTs, but Susan is the best.
A lot of CCTs here. And I know, I think there's one we featured before in our challenge, the cam wrap. It is a Tangle deconstruct by 3 or 4 CCTs together. It's a group one. I'm not sure whether you remember.
Yeah,
very hard to
I remember that one.
I remember that it's very hard to draw.
Very hard to
There's
draw.
another one.
Got time for me to demo?
Yeah, you demo. But there's one more like plie or something. Plie? How do you pronounce that?
Plie, yeah, plie.
What is that?
It
looks like
featured.
Flux,
Yeah, it's featured during one of the Inktober's.
This is the one. Camera. It's a Tangle that inspired from I think a flower or whatever from Cambodia.
No, bracelet.
Bracelet. Is it? I think bracelet.
So cute.
Then the bracelet is made from the flowers.
Oh, that's nice.
Salah. Wrong. Okay. Ignore this one.
Need to shift your camera, Susan. Cannot see.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
And this is the one.
Oh.
Yeah, I got it correct. Yes.
Very good.
Yeah. Then you continue in this way. It's a very cute tangle.
Best?
If you draw,
I
if
think
you
you need
draw,
a little bit.
if you draw one
Yeah.
by itself, it look like a lamp, a ceiling lamp.
Oh yeah. This is the one.
It's like found about, but with
Yeah,
tops.
yeah, upside down found about. Yeah.
True.
Came
This
about.
tangle is came out from I think it's 2017.
It's not found about. It's not came. It's came about.
Came about. Light bulb.
Okay, want to share tiles one more time?
My first tile is still the same.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
very nice.
I just added some white dots using the watercolor.
Nice.
Got red,
Susan.
blue, white.
Susan was smart. Susan do Ellish big in front, then Jose. Very good.
Okay.
Then Debbie,
Then the
yours.
second tile is stuff.
Actually, my first tile is still the same, and I kind of regret. I think I should have tinted it before coming in.
Fair
Because I
enough.
feel that I'm not sure, maybe my paper was too dry, so it dries down with this hard ink line, and then also I made a
Oh.
mistake with the color. So what happened was one of my brushes, right? I think this was the brush. I didn't realize it was not clean.
Oh.
So yeah, it has
Extra
this
colour.
grey cast. I'm not
Okay.
sure, can you see here? There's a grey cast to it. It's because of the ink. This is the same three colors that Stephanie used, but because the paper was too dry, I didn't add enough water, so it didn't blend very well.
In front
Yeah.
of the French flag, blue, white, red, that little
But
band.
the good thing about this is that the rainbow string is very obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Very good.
I'm trying to think of how to make it less I don't really like the sharpness of the colors, but then this is the tile that sticks to the prompt in terms of colors. Then this one is Lindy's gang. It doesn't stick to the colors, but he has the 14-point star with Ellish and some striping. So well, both tiles got some issues, but then
So
still
they combine,
Nice,
great.
then become complete.
Which one?
Combine two together.
I don't know how to combine the colors. The colors don't go.
Yeah lah,
together.
purple. No, not nice. Keep it purple.
Yeah, so I'm not going to combine the what lah, but I still have. What I can do is I can use a bit of yellow to add accents, to this one. Or blue.
You say blue and red mixed together become purple, so that's why my tile is
I
purple.
know.
Then you add
Not so
gold accent, then that's the yellow. Very good.
No lah. I will add yellow accents at some point, or dark blue or something. Yeah.
Cute.
Then I will try and fix this. Actually, I have my project tag 20 tile here to refer. Yeah. So
Nice.
this one is the one that I did following the video by, I think it was Maria. Yeah. This one is also magical. This one is I think it's Under the Sea also, or is it Summer Break? Oh no. It's Shamrock Green and Hydrangea Blue. It's quite a nice color. By Lindy's gang. Yeah.
Then Susan very hardworking. Susan squeezing one tiny little Ellish inside her style. I don't know what she's doing.
Yeah.
What is the plan after this?
No plan. I don't know.
Actually, this one is a pastel color, is it?
Yes. This is
Actually,
the
it's quite
pastel
nice.
color.
Very vivid.
Yeah,
Looks
it's
almost
very
like neon.
nice in the black tiles.
Yeah.
I give
I think
Looks
the
much more open.
you
better
one set
than new
each,
one.
later.
Oh, thank
So you
you.
don't buy.
What?
See?
I will order one set for both of you. One
Wow.
each.
So
Have you
very
started
nice
your
design.
project pack or not? Speaking of ordering
I
for.
haven't. I haven't
I
started.
Yeah, so
started
she is the
1.5
she
day.
is the reason why we all have the project pack 21, you know.
Thank you, Susan.
Then right, she is the one who also
Only,
haven't start
only the
I
I start,
started
I start.
I started
Then never
1.5
show.
day.
I
Never
start in my head.
sure.
Right?
Yes.
Start but
Sure.
never show lah, is it?
Yeah,
So
yeah, I never sure.
when will you show ah?
She'll keep
Yeah,
it a secret.
keep for interest,
Keep for
like the bank
interest.
interest rate.
Hello,
Yo,
you make
No lah.
very funny.
Yeah,
Next
yeah,
time,
I will
next time,
continue. I will continue.
next time when I ask you to buy, I must make sure you do.
sit with you.
See,
Sit with you and
做功课。
you don't finish this project pack, don't buy the next one.
Actually,
yeah.
right, this project pack is very heavy going.
Yeah, man. Then you got bonus
Yeah,
videos
I'm
also.
stuck. Wait, let me see. I think I'm stuck at day 6 and then cannot move forwards, you know. Because it takes so much to do one Do you
Yeah.
find the same problem, Susan, with day 1?
Yes. You need to spend a lot of
Oh, I
time,
need to
but
focus.
cannot because a lot of people already finished, so we cannot say that.
Yo,
What?
They
我们是
find it
偷
very
懒的
easy. Yeah, we are very
lazy.
Cannot say what?
no, cannot say it's very hard
Oh.
because a lot of people
Some
already
people
finish it.
maybe.
No, it's not hard. It's heavy going.
Keep
It's
going, yeah.
Got a lot of parts.
Actually, I'm thinking of just buy the book before I finish it because I feel that I love the binding, the making the book itself.
Oh yeah, that's cute.
Mm.
But you can make your own one.
not, my one, the string disappeared. I
Huh?
have to go and find another string.
Poor
You find
thing.
another string lah.
Yeah, I have to find another string.
You're special. You're special. So fun.
Hey, my Ellish very cute
Yo,
Nice.
come on, cute,
Self-admire.
cubish, cubish. So cute.
Nice.
Coloring it. I'm a bit worried about the colors. It won't come out like what?
So anyways, in closing, today's string we use a rainbow string, although from our tiles, maybe you cannot tell, but we did start from a rainbow string. And then we use the Tangle striping and Ellish both by Zentangle ink. Lots of fun little tangles. Oh, I just realized I didn't use striping in my tile. Maybe I do on the border. Play cheap. Thank you so much for joining us. We stream live on Instagram every alternate week. So the next session will actually be on the 12th of September, 9:30 a.m. Singapore time. Thank you so much for joining us. Do join us over in the 705R Facebook group. We'd love to see what you've created for today's session. And you can tag us on Instagram at 7forest5rivers. Debbie is at tangled.pursuits. Susan is at susanyo.czt. And I'm at halfpen_will draw. And do use the hashtag 7F5R challenge so that we can find all of your lovely artworks. Yeah? A recording of today's session will be made available both on our Instagram page at 7forest5rivers and also on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/c/7f5r studio. We hope to see you again soon. Until next time, keep tangling. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.